Hi, my name is Tamell Green, and I am also known as the Digital Midwife. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to create a website in Canva. So let's get started. So, the first thing I want to talk about is knowing the goal of your website. Okay, of course, yes, we know you want to sell something, or either you want to offer a freebie, or something needs to happen, right? Some type of call to action needs to happen. So, just knowing that helps you to understand what type of template you want to use inside of Canva. Or if you're not using a full website, but you're going to use a landing page, just having that goal, knowing what you're going to do is going to also be helpful in your design process. So when you first log into Canva, you're going to open up into your dashboard, right? And it's going to look similar to this. So you'll see all of the different things that you've created. So what we're going to do in today's tutorial, just to make it pretty short, we're going to use a website template that Canva already provides for you. Okay. So if you look up here in the top of your dashboard, all along these lines, right up in here, you see the word website. If you follow my mouse, right? I'm going to click on that, and then it gives you different options here. It has create, all of them are blank templates, but you're able to customize all those templates. Okay, so I'm just going to choose just the one right here where it says business website. And I always like to pay attention to the dimensions, so that way if I'm going to create something to add to I'll know kind of just what it is. Okay, so that's just a little thing that I do, but I wanted to share that with you. So notice, for those of you who have watched my other tutorials, now in this new feature of the website with Canva, they now offer mobile responsive. So now you see that it has the desktop version, and you also see like a little smartphone in front of it, because now Canva's websites are all mobile responsive. So yay for that. So I'm going to click on this template, and as it pops up, so let me close out my little thing over there. So as you see on the left side, you see all these different templates here on the business website. Now, of course, you can change the different styles if you would like to, but I'm under the business website. So here, that's on the templates. And you also see here there are layouts. It's coming up. So right here, these are different layouts. Now these layouts are just plain. There's no design with them. This is just giving you a layout, right? And then you have styles here. And in the styles, you can pick your color palettes. You can click your font sets. And then you have your combinations, things like that. So it really gives you a real full blown out kind of design palette for you to design your website using their templates. So like again, I'm going to tell you today, in today's episode, we're actually going to use a template. So I'm just going to choose one, just a random one, just so you can see the look and feel of it and how easy it is to customize to your liking. So I'm just going to click on this one. And as I click on it, you see where it says apply to all 7 pages. Now, if you want this page, but you don't want all these pages, then all you have to do is just click just that one. And you see when I clicked it on the left side, it appeared on the right. Okay. So if you don't want all those pages, you just click the ones that you want, and you can actually build your website using different pages from different templates. Okay, so just want to throw that out there. So if you like, one part of a template, but you don't like the other part, you can actually join parts together. Okay, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm just going to click apply all 7 pages so you can see what that looks like. Okay, and you see it prompting me to replace all the pages, and I just said yes, and it did. So now you see on the right side, all the pages are here. Okay, so this is how many pages is this? 7 pages, right? So if you don't need all these sections, and you of course can just delete them. And as you can tell, the difference here in the web design portion versus the regular web Canva design is all things are now on the left, as opposed to down either to the top of the canvas or whatever. Right now it's on the left side. So you can delete here, add a page, duplicate a page, lock a page, all that kind of stuff is all right here. Now, these little things right here, this is where you add a page. And if you mouse over it, you'll be able to see what it's gonna, what it's gonna do, right? A lot of times people get afraid to touch these things because they're like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Just mouse over it and it's gonna tell you. You see, locking it. Now, this is also allowing you to replace content as well. And then you can also create notes. So if you're creating this for someone and you want to put a note there, they can see that. And then I like this feature because now you can either move it up or down if you want to put this portion first, or if you want to, move it back down, you can do that. So that I love that about this Canva website. It's very fluid in that it gives you full range to customize. So when you get ready to design it, I always like to tell people before you actually start your website, you always want to kind of lay out a outline of what you want to have, right? So that's why you want to have the goal of your website or your landing page and what you're going to include. So just say, for instance, you're going to use a book, use it to launch your book. And I'm going to show you a book site that I actually designed using Canva. All right, this is my client, Janice Green. She just launched a book right before Christmas, and we used her Canva site to actually launch her book. And so, as you can see here, this is, I think she has one, two, three, four slides actually in her website. And when you go through this, you just see she has pictures, she has the links for her book, and a little bit of wording, but not a lot of wording. Testimonials, she had those, sorry. And then she has an about the author. So in actually trying to get ready to build this site, I just asked her, to upload all the things that she needed me to use. I got her pictures, got the description of her book, the testimonials and things like that. In order for you to go fast with this process, you want to gather all those things ahead of time, okay? And that actually help you move a whole lot faster. All right, okay. So now let me go back into this one. Let's pause it. So when you're getting ready to design your website, right? All these, we're using a template so you can actually look and customize each section of the template, okay? If this is not the picture you want to use, you can, just click on it, make it active. And you see when it's active, it has those purple lines around it, right? If this is what you don't want to use, and you make it active and you see that delete button comes up and you just delete it, right? So I'm just going to delete it just to show you one type of design element. And I'm just going to add this picture in. Okay. And it takes, the background. Of course, you see that you need to change the color of the text because, of course, that's too light for this particular background. And I'm not going to do a whole bunch of designing because that part you can kind of do on your own. I just kind of want to give you the knowledge of what needs to happen once you design your website, okay, on Canva. Okay, so there's a couple of different things that I want you to pay attention to. Up here in the top, in this blue section of the Canva window, you see right now I have no title here. So it says Untitled Design Website. You want to make sure that you title your website. I'm just going to name it website for now, or Tamell's website, because it's going to take on the name of whatever the title is here. So if you name it whatever you want to name it, it's going to take on that right here. So if you can see here, I don't know if you can see that, but it has Jacayla Green, best-selling author, is the title of the website. And that's also good for the SEO in the Google search, right? When people actually search for different things, it'll come up that way. So that's really good for that. You also want to make sure that you're, again, previewing this website as you're working on it. So I'm going to click on preview so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so here it allows you to see the preview of it. You can see it as a desktop version. As you see the little desktop, and then you also see the mobile portion, right? So you want to make sure that you look at the mobile design, right? Here you go, right here. You see how it's very mobile responsive. Okay, and then you also see you have to make sure that you check this box. If that box is not checked, then it does not do mobile responsive. So you want to make sure that box is actually checked. It's in beta mode, so there may be multiple changes coming along the pipeline as it relates to the mobile responsiveness, but for now, this is what it is. And then, of course, you can publish your website. Now, two things here. You can publish your website without navigation, which is what I totally recommend if it's going to be a landing page. And then you can also do it with navigation if it's going to be used as a website. But notice how it says you have empty page titles. Update your page titles for them to appear in your navigation. You're going to have to edit your design, and then you're going to update your page titles, because those titles then become headings for your navigation. So let's do it like that and close that out. So now with that, so let's pretend now that the website is actually finished, right? So now you either want to share it for someone to preview it without actually publishing it first. So you have a couple of options here. There's the share button to the top right corner. You click on share, and you can click where it says link sharing restricted. You can only you have access, or anyone with the link, and there's no sign-in required. And I love that about it, because some people may not have a Canva account, but you want them to actually see it and give you feedback on whatever it is you're doing, whatever you're launching or whatever you're selling. Okay. And of course, you can download it to share as well. Let me go back to that. You can download it to share it as well, so that people can actually see it too. You can download it as a PDF or PNG file, JPEG, all those different things. You click right here on the download button, and it's going to give you a different window, and you can download all the pages, one particular page, that kind of thing. I really love that about it, because it gives a great ease of access when you're actually trying to work as a team on something like this. Okay, so now whenever you have finished doing the preview, you've shared it, that kind of thing. Now we're going to pretend that we are finished, everything is done, and we want to publish the website. So we're going to click on publish. So this part is a little tricky, but not all tricky. Okay, I just want to give you a heads up on this. Again, we have the resize on mobile, so you can actually do it here as well, with or without navigation. Okay, so now you have three choices of how you can publish it using a domain. You can use the free domain, which I'm going to click on that, and then you're going to click continue. If you use the free domain, you have to actually it's going to be my.canva.site, and you actually have to name it here. Okay, like you can put your name. I could put Tamell Green or whatever I want to call it, right? So once I do that, you can also edit it later. So don't worry about if you don't know particular like what you want to name it now, but you can also edit it later. And then you just click continue. The other option is you can purchase a new domain inside of Canva. And for those of you who are not really sure what a domain is actually where people find you, like the web address, right? So I don't know if you can see across the top here. This first particular website I'm going to show you later, it actually is a domain that we purchased at GoDaddy, okay, JaKaylaMGreen.com. And the reason why I like to purchase websites away from an actual app like Canva is because if I decide to, build the landing page or website another place later, I don't want to have to move that domain. But if you already purchase your domains in GoDaddy, which is what I usually try to recommend people to do, is to purchase all your domains in one particular setting. It's just good for, your system when you're trying to work with other people, so people know where all of your domains are located. And it's just easier for you if you decide to move your website to someplace else later. Okay. So that's if you purchase a new domain, but I would not do that here with Canva, but that's an option for you. Okay. You just click on continue, type in the domain names to see if it's available, and then you'll be able to purchase it right there. And then this is the one that I actually really recommended you do. Use my existing domain. Click on that, click continue, and then it says select the domain to publish your website to. And I already have these in here. So you can add another domain. So if I was actually buying one today or had already purchased one, I could click here, add another domain, and I would type it in here. And actually, it'll help you to find it as well. And once you do it, let me see. I'm going to type in another one so you can see what it looks like. It's going to actually, let's see. All right, this is what I'm looking for. So it's going to give me all the things that I need to do to create it in the GoDaddy account for me to actually make this domain usable at my Canva site. So here it says delete any A records, delete any C name records. And I'm going to click continue. And then it gives me all these things that I need to add. Now, if you're not real familiar with this stuff right here, then I would say leave it alone and just go ahead and purchase your domain here or use your free domain. But if you want to be able to utilize a domain that you've purchased, then you want to go with the last option. And honestly, it's really not hard to do. You can create those. Let's go back to it. You can create those A name records and things like that. It's really not hard at all. It's pretty much telling you what to do. So now the thing you want to do after you've done all that, created your settings and things like that, I mean the DNS settings, you want to make sure you fill this part out. Do not skip this part because it gives you the title of the website and then it also gives you a description bar. So if you were to share this website on social media, it would actually share what the description is, and that's always good because you want to make sure you have that metadata that's giving people telling them what you have, right? If you're going to be selling a book or anything, you want to have that there. You can also enable password protection and things like that. And whenever you see the little eye, you can just kind of mouse over it and it gives you more information. It says enable this if you want to restrict visitors to your website and things like that. And then once you do all that, then you're going to click publish, right? Now, when you first publish your website for the first time, it's going to take a little while because, all the DNS settings have to kind of populate and things like that, but it's not going to take a long time. And if there's something happening with your website, it's going to tell you that as well. Okay. Okay, so this is just a quick tutorial to show you how you can build a website in Canva using a website or using a full-blown um, website or either having a landing page. The reason why I wanted to show you kind of the back end of it is because I don't want you to be overwhelmed by what all you can do with it, but I want you to know what was possible and how simple it is. Okay. I didn't show you how to design it because, those of you who are using Canva, you pretty much already know how to design it using a template. It's the same process. You're just using it as a functioning website. Okay. So let's go over a couple of websites I've done in Canva so you can see those. So I want to give you this one is for an author, it's my daughter. And normally, now when you're selling a product or something like that, if it's just one product, then I say go forward as far as a landing page here in Canva. But if you're going to sell something that's multiple items, I do not recommend using Canva as your website because people are not able to shop as using like a shopping cart, right? They have to buy each thing separately, and you don't want that. Okay, you want to have a good shopping experience for your potential customers and things like that. But this particular website actually sends people to Amazon. So that's pretty good when it comes to that. You just kind of give a background of what it is when they first initially get on here. What is the website about? And then they can just click around, creating links and things like that. That's one thing about the website. You have to create links if you want things to if you want it to go someplace else, right? You can add links to YouTube videos. You can add links to pretty much anything you want to add links to, and just looking like this. And it's very, very simple. Okay, you see we've added all the digital assets we wanted to add in, the books, the different flyers, the pictures, things like that. And creating this allowed us to not only streamline the process of what she's offering, but we also able to put in other buttons so that, other things that she offers too, that she can do have those there as well without having to create a whole other website. Now, this was something that's really simple to use, especially if you're going to be using the link in the bio at your Instagram page. It's similar to like a link tree type deal. These are buttons again. They can go click these buttons and go to where it's telling you to go to. And then it does not, again, it does not create a shopping cart. So if you're trying to look for the whole shopping cart experience, then the Canva website is not for you. Okay. All right. Here is the other one. This is my other daughter, and she has a link to an Amazon store. This one is the goal of this website was to actually use as her link for her TikToks, right? So that when people actually come to her TikTok and they go to the link up there, this is where they go to. And it's a similar situation as the link tree as well, but she just kind of changed it a little bit. And then if you go further down, then you'll see like a full-fledged website. But again, it does not have a shopping cart experience. So that's the only, I guess, downfall I think Canva has. But they do have where you can actually see the insights. So you can actually see how many people visited the website, things like that. And I'll show you that in a minute. And again, this is this particular website that's geared towards one book. Okay. Testimonials, things like that. You can also add video testimonials on here as well. Okay, so in order to show you the insights, I had to log into the actual website so you can see how to get to the insights. And you have to get to the insights right up here on this top bar, and it's beside the preview button. And it looks like like a graph a little bit. Um, a bar graph, and you're going to just click there. You see, if I'm mousing over, it says insights. If I click it, it's going to show me the actual insights that it gives. It gives you the views in real time by country and by device, traffic. It also gives you engagement. Okay, that gives me the last 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, and then all time. So it gives a pretty good bit of insights for you to use. So as you can see, creating a website in Canva is not a very hard process. It's tedious, but it's not a hard process. And again, I do not recommend you doing a full-blown website if you have a lot of products, because you cannot at this moment, at the time of this video, you cannot create a shopping cart experience. And you don't want to have your clients or your customers buying a product coming back. So I'm not telling you to use this for an e-commerce site at all, right? Unless you can link it to something else. But definitely if you have a website that has, one type of service or thing or one type of product, maybe this could be a good website for you. But definitely you can use it for landing pages. And so I promised you I would tell you the difference between a landing page versus a website for those of you who do not know. A website, of course, it gives you the full picture of a business or a person or whatever, right? Whatever your goal is for that website, it gives you the full picture, right? A landing page allows you to launch just like one thing. So for instance, if I was launching a book and I didn't want people to go to my full website, because one thing about it, when you have a landing page and it's geared towards one thing, then it does not make people kind of go everywhere. They don't get to wander, right? And forget why they came to the website. To the landing page. But if you have a full-fledged website and you're launching something there, you have all these other bells and whistles, and they're like, oh, let me see what's going on over here. And then they forgot why they came there. Okay, so it just kind of keeps people kind of narrowed in to see kind of like what they need to buy, and you want them to buy that. So that's what a landing page does in my book. Okay, so for if you have any questions or anything, just put them down below and I will try my best to answer those questions either in the comment section, or if I see that it needs a video, I will definitely do that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know any other videos that you would like to know about Canva. Thank you for tuning in.